Hola.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué me
Bien.
das?
Buenas noches.
¿Qué?
Buenas noches.
Jesús requiere ese proto like.
A ver.
Hola, Jesús, ¿cómo estás? Espérate, mi recompensa. De hoy la...
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
The neighboring nation of Uruguay has the most prosperous commercial port in all of Tibet.
Ahí ya está.
One, two,
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
No time to lose. time to lose. Don't get too close. Here's backup.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Replace my hammer.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Becomes the wrong test subject.
No time to lose. Check this out. Supporting fire.
Teamwork is strength! Inazuma shines eternal!
Here's backup.
I'm going in! There is no escape!
Tidal wave. Shouldn't let your guard down. Don't get too close.
Illusion shattered! Adventure time!
Check this out. Fire it up. Supporting fire.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back! Shine down! Now you shall perish!
You're mine.
Vision Hunt Decree. About the Vision Hunt Decree.
The Vision Hunt decree. Did something bad happen again? Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Ad Astra.
This realm is... I do, in fact. There was one ping in our... That is why...
Samuel Fernández Mamani, gracias por tu corazoncito y por tu compartida, mano. Ah, espérate.
I hear you've got a job for me.
Don't get too close.
Punishment! Illusion shattered!
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
You can't run! Shiver! Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Check this out. Here's backup. Tidal wave. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Judgment! Lights out. Everything is negotiable. Except over time.
Eider Ruiz, gracias por tu like. Hola bro, ¿cómo va todo? Bien Eider, tranquilo. Ya un poco más tranquilo ya.
Where we headed this time?
Witness the power of Gua. Rain outline. Go.
Use the split.
Supporting fire! Don't get too close!
Rain cutter. Know my sword.
Stay close and you will live.
Orders given. Orders received.
Shadows of fate. Illusion shattered.
You're mine.
Now you shall perish.
Wheel of life.
Delve into destiny, written in the stars.
Shine down.
You can run, but you can't hide. Tidal wave. Yeah.
There is no escape.
Rain outlines your fate.
Rise.
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
Know my soul. Rain cutter.
Opening box of Adeptitrix. Wheel of life.
Here comes the fireworks.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Rain outlines your fate. I let my guard down. Witness the power.
Go.
Time for a light show. That didn't count. A mystic retreat. Fire hazard.
I won't hold you back.
Check this out.
There is no escape.
I got you covered.
Torn to oblivion.
You're mine. Shouldn't let your guard down. Don't get too close.
I'm going in.
Fire it up.
Como que sin micro no oyes. Estoy sin tu micro.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal.
Supporting fire.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Mierda, 10.000 con minutos.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
No, sí estoy con micro, solo que lo subí porque estoy estornudando. Sí, no se escucha nada, o sea, todo el audio o solamente mi voz. Porque sí estoy un poquito con alergia.
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle.
Now you shall perish. Wonderful silence.
¿Qué? Está agresivo este concha, su madre se cagó ya.
I got you covered. Fire it up.
I always bounce back. Just watch me.
Going in!
Yeah.
Estás maldito. Uy, 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 uy. Espérate, aguanta. Ahora sí.
Check this out.
Let's light it up!
Possible level. How?
¿Qué?
I had only just... Yeah.
Let's light it up!
Don't get too close. Not bad. You've got a trick. Here's backup.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is... There is no escape! Let's light it up!
Single slip.
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Hey, what was that for? Check this.
Let's light it up! Everybody sit!
I got you covered.
Now ye shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Don't get too close.
Let's light it up! Going in! There is no
Check this out. Here's backup.
torn to oblivion!
Jesús, no se escuchaba nada no se escuchaba el juego, nada así, o solamente no se escuchaba la voz. Tenshukaku, ¿dónde está Tenshukaku? Acá está. Me voy a rubir Tartaglia también.
You're trembling. Is it the cold or just cowardice?
Don't get too close.
Everybody stand back! Illusion shattered!
You're mine. Yeah. Za. Ja. 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 Za. Ja. 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 Za.
Into the frozen void!
Ja. 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 You're pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Let's light it up! Ha! Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Supporting fire. Don't get too close. No time to lose. Yeah.
The Tsaritsa's benevolent.
Fire it up.
Teamwork is trick.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Embrace your searing reckoning.
Check this out.
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
I got you covered. Don't get too close.
I'm going in. Yeah.
No time to lose.
Shine down. Now you shall perish. Remove all obstacles.
Fire it up.
Everybody stand back. Let's light it up. Who dares call me a witch?
Don't get too close. Supporting fire.
Illusion shattered.
Riptide. You're mine.
No, carajo.
I never asked for redemption.
Never.
there was definitely some. Sorry that you had. Since Watatsumi, I also wanted to come and see what things are like, and I've never been good at. I could probably. Really? To be honest, so as soon as I've worked through the. First thing. Good plan. Start by studying some, but. I feel more at ease. I had an idea on the way here. Many of my army comrades are older than me, and I'm sure that handling this kind of situation must be second nature to them by now. But I can't just go to them and say,
I see. So, you're saying that you're...
yes. So, I'm here on my
Based on my experience. Well, you see, General Goru, no matter who the other person, but the other something like that is bothering.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Well, it's something to try. Whether it'll act going through the motions is a...
Well, on my friend...
don't mention it. Oh, yes, I heard that she's supposed to be good.
Makes sense. Most people who wish to have an audience with Her Excellency usually start by presenting their name cards and official documents to Miwa, who then passes them along. So I'm sure Miwa has lots of experience dealing with all kinds of people. Hopefully, she'll have some good ideas.
General Goro, and the captain of...
We wanted to...
I see. So General Goro's friend wants to overcome his weakness, right?
That's right. Do you...
My advice would be to hide what you are really thinking. Cast your minds back. Why do you think? It's because she... If General...
You make so much sense. So what you're saying is, my friend just needs to keep his cool, and she won't have the chance to take advantage of him.
Exactly. Many things look complicated.
Wonderful. I'm sure with your...
Then I wish...
Well, oh, who knows? Her Excellency handed me the general operational directives in 3 parts, and I think this is where I placed them. Let's see. Deployment and mobilization. Aha! How to avoid awkward social situations. Well, that's Her Excellency for you. Socializing is... Boy. What I take from this is it's not enough just to learn some... But how do we figure her out? Yai Publishing. Since she goes there often, perhaps we can find some telling details. Let's go and investigate.
Greetings. I must say that apparently the rumor goes that if you... Yes.
So, you have close...
Still, take that but. The fans, next thing you know...
That's life. Wait, isn't the... Nothing.
Look, just my opinion.
You think she's... Actually, maybe we could take a...
Sure.
Cunning strategy.
Oh.
Well, it's time.
Everything is going smoothly, just as I planned.
So this is the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Hello there. The Grand Narukami...
I've heard that I'm Let's draw one together. Let's see what we've drawn. Good fortune. Not bad. At least it's something good. It means that our training must have been a... Any second now, we'll be face to face with her. Don't worry. All our hard work... She can forget about teasing me this time.
Oh? You arrived a little later than expected. Did you run into some trouble along the way? But of course. That's why I'm here waiting for you.
You knew we were coming. This time, we won't get caught off guard. We're here to...
Slow down. No need to rush. Let me guess. In the past, I used to have many believers coming to see me at the shrine every day. And most of them, especially those who came in pairs. 9 times out of 10, they were here seeking to know their future fate. If you're interested, I'd be...
Together for a lifetime? Remember what Shuhei said? We mustn't pay too much attention to what she says. Otherwise, we may be fooled by her cunning words.
Now that I think about it, perhaps I never needed to recommend that store to you in the first place. You can just leave all your fur grooming to your little friend here. Imagine him holding your tail in one hand, combing it gently with the other.
Qué cagón.
Uh-oh. My mind is already full of mental images. I'll have to resort to the method Miwa taught us.
By the way, there's really no point in trying to hide the way you feel. You might be able to remain stony-faced if you really try, but...
What?
Then again, you know what? Most people only pay attention to your tail, but those soft, pointy ears are really just as fascinating.
There's only one method left. A cunning strategy. This is going to hurt me almost as much as it hurts my opponent. But there's no other way. I think the real reason you know me so well is that you're just like me. Just like me, you hug your tail when you go to sleep. And just like me, you daydream about someone else grooming your tail for you.
I see. You decided to admit your feelings in an effort to bring me down with you. Not bad. I suppose this is a step forward for you. But I'm afraid I don't have a tail at all.
No! Retreat! Retreat! Fighting on is futile. Better to conserve resources for the next confrontation. We're out of here! When I get back, I'm going to train harder than I've ever trained before. I won't lose to her again!
Bye-bye now. Come again soon.
Cagón. Torrentilla de mico. Chucha. No hay receta.
was definitely some. Sorry that you had. Since Watatsumi, I also wanted to come and see what things are like. I've never been. I could probably deal. You're right. Okay. What? Actually, back when we were fighting the odds were stacked. I went back to collect that box. Is very important to me. I thank you so much.
No time to lose.
I'm afraid that will be a little difficult. Don't worry. The item you are looking for is safe and sound. The reason being, it is connected to a case involving the treasure hoarders, which is still under investigation.
That's strange. I buried that.
Allow me to explain. The adventurer who but when we went to dig up for now, all we...
I see. I never expected that other people would be... Well, since these are the rules, I won't press you.
This is where the difficulty arises. To date...
So there's no knowing when this will be resolved. Maybe I could help. I could find the treasure hoarders for you, and once you confirm everything is in order, it's very important to me, so the sooner I get it back, the better.
That is... However, many adventurers have investigated this case recently. They have searched for... If the two of you are still interested in taking the case, you may have to devise an original approach.
Yes, it seems like the only... With any luck, we might be able to find some clues there. Well, obviously, let's just go take...
Are you here to investigate the recent theft as well? We're grateful for the assistance. It was Tarumaru's #2 reserve fund that they stole. By the time we realized, they left enough clues for us to I've asked... Oh, Tarumaru, what are you doing out here? How strange. I don't know what's gotten into Tarumaru today.
He says he knows where the treasure hoarders are hiding. How can I describe it? It's like listening to a regional dialect. A lot of it goes over my head, but I can still get the general gist. Anyway, he says he was there at the scene of the crime. The treasure hoarders didn't see Tarumaru as a threat, so he stayed and listened in on their whole conversation. Since there were so many of them and they were Tarumaru didn't dare to bark loudly, so we just had to let...
Oh, no wonder, poor boy. He's been acting more anxious than usual lately, and is always looking outside.
Yes, that does sound like quite a predicament. Okay, I think I understand now. Tarumaru says he heard the treasure hoarders conspiring to hide out at the beach directly below Tenchikaku. No one usually thinks to look there, and it's become something of a safe haven for treasure hoarders. He also mentioned that there were a gang of 5 people. The leader's name is Kosuke, and the second in command is called Yasuhisa. The leader's scent indicated he was probably from the Narukami Island area, while the 2 newcomers in the team were more likely from somewhere else. Thank you, Tarumaru. It must have been hard for you, knowing the details of the crime but not being able to communicate them. Don't you worry. We'll take care of everything from here. We will definitely get your belongings back. Let's go there in person. We might not have any troops with us, but between the 2 of us...
What kind of tea is this?
No time to lose.
I think we're getting close. There's danger in the air. And something doesn't smell right. Be careful.
Fire it up!
There is no escape!
Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt!
The wrong test subject. This is bizarre. How would anyone...
Boss, didn't you say that the most dangerous place is the safest place to hide?
Yeah, and I still maintain that I'm right in principle. Can't believe we got caught. Just when the whole thing had nearly blown over. Hey, kid. Who the heck are you guys anyway?
We shouldn't waste any more time on these. Life is tough in the Resistance, but none of our troops would ever think about laying a hand. We should turn them over to the adventure.
Please, show a little. We'll give you half of everything we've saved up over the years. We're willing to turn a blind eye on this. Anything's up for negotiation.
That's enough. Tie them up and take them away. Oh, come to think of it, this is not a military camp, so there's no need for me to be so heavy-handed. But thieves still have to be punished. Let's escort them back.
I'm pleased to confirm that these... I didn't expect you in accordance with the... Here.
Thank goodness. Well, let me think. So... 1, 2, 3, some personal items that once water bottles, towels, knee guards, just everyday items, but each one bears the handwritten name of its former owner. We all knew going into that battle that the odds of survival were slim. Many of the soldiers came to me and said they wanted to leave something behind as a keep. You see, their swords and polearms broke in battle. Their damaged armor wouldn't have been easy to carry, and many of them couldn't write very well, so they couldn't even... In the end, all they could leave to their families were these ordinary items, artifacts of their daily lives. My soldiers trusted me, but I failed to lead them to victory that day. Then they trusted me with these. Instead of honoring their last wishes, every time something like this happens, I tell myself that by the next time I'm faced with the same situation, yeah.
Really did spend a lot recently.
There was definitely something. Sorry that you had to. Since Watatsumi, I also wanted to come and see what things are like in an area ruled by the shogunate. I've never been good at dealing with people like her. The way she tower. I could probably You're right. Okay, whatever you think. Actually, there's back when we were fighting the odds were stacked. I went back to collect it. That box is very important to me. Thank you so much.
Should I report this to my superiors?
Why do new explorers feel the same?
I'm afraid that will be a... Don't worry. The reason being...
That's strange.
Allow me to explain. The adventurer who... But when we went to... For now, all...
Well, since these are the...
This is where the difficulty arises.
So there's no knowing when this will be resolved. Maybe I could help. I could find the trick. It's very important to me.
That is... perfect. However, many adventurers have investigated. If the two of you are still interested in taking the case...
Yes, it seems... With any luck, we might be able to find some clues there. Hot pot? So they call it a tea house despite the fact that it is Anyway, let's go take a look.
Restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning.
Are you here to investigate the recent theft as well? We're grateful for the assistance. It was Taromaru's #2 reserve fund that they stole. By the time we realized, they left enough clues. Oh, Taro. How
He says he knows where the treasure hoarders are hiding. How can I describe? Anyway, he says he would... Since there were so many of them and they were...
Oh, no, what poor boy. He's been acting...
Yes. Okay, I think I understand now. Taromaru says he heard... No one usually thinks to... He also mentioned that there were a gang of 5 people. The leader's name is... Thank you, Taromaru. Don't you worry. Let's go there in person.
What kind of tea is this?
close. There was definitely something sorry that you had to. Since Watatsumi, I also wanted to come and see what things are like, and I've never been. I could probably. Really? To be honest, so as soon as I've worked, I see. If I can get the better, good plan. Let's see. Now that I was with my subordinates at the time, I think we can give it a try. I heard all the. So this is Rito. Although it looks slightly gloomy, it feels very peaceful here. I don't see any Tenryou Commission soldiers roaming the streets. What a nice place. Okay, let's get started. I'll be me, and you be a shrewd and savvy businesswoman. Hi! Hi! So, a lot of the soldiers have been... So, 10 blankets, please? Okay, I'll settle the check right away. The price seems pretty cheap to me, in which case, no need to haggle, right? I think that's still not too bad. Is that supposed to be really expensive? I'm sorry. In the past, Her Excellency has always handled procurement of I don't know the specific prices of these items, so I never really know. This won't get us anywhere. I have to haggle to give you the chance to use your wily tricks on me. What do we do now? Something I'm more interested in? Maybe, cake? That's so expensive. I know what a fair price is when it comes to cake. Wait a sec. If a cake that costs 100,000 more per slice must be so much better than a regular... Oh, let me see. I've been saving up recently. I think I should have enough. So, there isn't really a kind of cake that costs 100,000 more per slice? What a shame. I feel like role-playing as a vendor is a little outside our area of expertise. What kind of person do we both see regularly enough to impersonate Fatui? And it looks like a trip into the wild is in order. Let's go give it a try. I've dealt with Fatui before, but I always end up against those I'm sure I must train just as hard as they do every day, but somehow, right? I mean, at the very least, I need to look more muscular than my... I know that people's trust in me has nothing to do with my... That way, our forces wouldn't scatter so easily. But enough of that. Let's get back to it. Who are you going to roleplay as this time? What? I smell danger! Really? Huh. For a moment... No, wait. It wasn't my imagination. They really are here. Prepare...
There you are, eavesdropper.
Don't get too close! Here's backup!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is... Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Unfortunate.
Supporting fire! Let's light it up! There is no escape!
Check this out!
Let's light it up! Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
All you guys like I went too far.
Don't get too close!
Let's light it up! Shine down!
Tidal wave!
So quiet. Huh. It's all fun and games until the real Fatui show up, huh? That little interruption. It seems in poor taste after the trouble they caused. What do you mean? Isn't this Her Excellency To clarify, it's not that I'm scared. It's just that I don't know if the time is right. I guess you're right. Let's do it! And we're back. Don't worry. I am a high rank, so bring it on! This feels like... Yes, it definitely... no. It's not that you do... I finally realized... It just makes me feel like all my secrets have nowhere to hide. Like she can just peer in and see them. Even when you're imitating the way she speaks, I just have to... The thought of having to live with this weakness forever is frustrating. Are you serious? I haven't eaten anything. Off we go. All right. The next...
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over again?
This is so good. It's certainly it's seen as a luxury item in the so the only downside with Narukami Island's pastries is that they're such exquisite, but as Her Excellency says, a general needs to show patience and restraint. Wow.
Ah, it looks like all our problems are solved. Welcome to the Jade Chamber.
Oh, great. I have no idea what we would have done otherwise.
I didn't think we'd really manage to get you here. This was a last-minute situation, and you're the one we trust the most.
To put it simply, we are just looking for the right person to help. We had a very long discussion about it, but to no avail. I have tasked my 3 most trusted secretaries with overseeing an important auction. The nature of their day-to-day work is highly sensitive. Yes, you were the person who came to mind. We may not. To me, this work is highly sensitive, and yet, despite this, as it happens...
But the outcome of that... This is a good reminder that we should all...
Anyway, this may add to the debt. I wouldn't worry. It's all basic skills required by competent...
If you have any questions about your work, the administrative work Lady Ningguang touched upon just now is only one aspect. You'll also be required to cater for...
Don't be mistaken. All right.
Yes, Lady Ning... Before I get into specifics, I want to start by giving you the big... As a member of the Liyue Qi, my usual job is to be her... For example, arranging her daily schedule, picking out clothes for her, dressing her, applying her perfume.
Baisha has... I'm sure she was simply trying to share...
Back to the topic at hand. By Xiao and by I can go through the methods I use and give you some pointers based on my experience to ensure that you are fully equipped to perform your duties. All in a day's work for the trap. Currently, there are 133 items that have yet to be scheduled, 17 of which are high important. Yes, I'll go through them. First is the then a discussion with Lady Kuching on issues relating to time restrictions on land conveyance deals. Following that, there's a Q&A session with all the... Right after that, there's... Yes, you do. You need to take travel time into it. Ample knowledge of all outside factors that may weigh upon your plan A is essential to devise a workable contingency plan. I assume this is all making sense. Unless you hadn't... Good. Then let's press on. All ready?
Wonderful. Then I'll be counting on you to provide my schedule for tomorrow. I'm grateful for your assistance. Now, if anything else is
Take care, Lady Ni... Good. You factored in both priority and excellent work. You've got quite a knack for this. Please be here at the Jade Chamber tomorrow. With you helping out here, we will be able to... I hope so too.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Oh, how strange. Me too. Now then, the schedule. Let's see what you have for me today. Item 1. Lunch at Lioli Pavilion with Miss Lua Chiao. Ah, yes. I remember the invitation. I need to know someone I've never met before. Today's lunch will be our first time meeting each other. She's paying a high price for my time, and I intend to make sure she gets her money's worth. Otherwise, tens of millions of Mora is rather a high price for a lunch, even one at Lioli Pavilion. Wouldn't you say? That's right. Even at this price, there is no shortage of people willing to pay for a lunch opportunity with me. To be clear, I've never had any hand in setting the price. I too was rather surprised to see it become so expensive. Time is very valuable to me, so when I first came up with the idea, I made a rule that my time would go to the highest bidder. Gradually, it developed into a lucrative business. Yes, that sums it up very well. Most people looking to buy my time are business people who believe that whatever they spend now, they will make back several times over in due course. Naturally, for anyone looking to make a profit in a complex market, the bottom line is having the requisite experience and expertise. As for how much my insight is worth in terms of Mora, everyone has their own idea. There is no standardized way to measure something like this. You're a very lucky person, you know. You get to sit in on this lunch for free. In the hands of a professional business person, the kind of information you'll be exposed to would be worth, well, tens of millions of more. There's no need to be nervous, of course. Now, did you organize this entire breakfast? I know what's going on then. Please, sit. Have a taste of the Jade Chamber's chef's cooking. This kind of food tastes far less. What do you think? Is the food to your liking? Oh, don't forget we have a lunch later. Save some space, or you might miss out on some even better. Still, I'm happy to see that you approve of my culinary tastes. On occasion, usually everyone is too busy for a leisurely sit-down meal. There is an awful lot to get done breakfast also isn't usually so lavish, hence my surprise when we got here. I actually thought you had cooked it all yourself. Relax, I'm just joking. By sharp, you willingly took this work on, knowing that it would be tedious, and you have worked diligently. Treating you to some food is but a small token of our appreciation. Breakfast sets the tone for the rest of the day. You can't compromise on it. If you wake up to the same monotonous meal each day, you will start to feel fatigued. Well, I'm done eating. We should get ready. I have some preparations to make first. I need a change of mood, and a change of clothes will facilitate that. Who knows? Perhaps you will have a completely... I already instructed Longyang to have my outfit ready. Thank you. I'll be in my room.
I help? Ah, yes, of course. Please wait. Here you are. Please give this to Lady Ning. Yes, this whole room is full of Lady Ningguang's personal items. Not just clothes either. Lady Ningguang asked us to rearrange this room recently. We're currently right in the middle of that, so everything's in a bit of a mess. That's why it took me a little time to find this for you. Anyway, you can take it now. Thanks.
Did you get it? Ah, this is the one. Please, wait for a moment. I had this specially tailored recently, and I must say, I'm really rather fond of it. What do you think? Be honest. I just want to know your first impression. Phew. Thank you. I was actually a little nervous. Knowing that it has your seal of approval makes me feel much more self-confident. Oh, then it's mere flattery. You pick your moments to wisecrack, don't you? Now I never knew you had such a mischievous side. All right, let's head to Liali Pavilion.
There's danger in the air. And something doesn't smell right. Be careful.
Kitin goro-goro ka.
Lady Ningguang. Sorry to have kept you waiting.
No, no, not at all. I know that you have 1,000 different things to do each day. I'm very grateful.
Great. Well, let's leave the formalities aside from now on and make this just a friendly chat. This is the Traveler. I'm assuming you've heard of him. He happened to be in Liyue Harbor today, so I invited him to come along. Do you mind if he sits with us?
No, not at all. On the contrary, I'm honored. What a surprise to be dining with the illustrious Traveler, too. I've always been fascinated by you and your adventures. There's so many questions I'd love— Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Luo Qiao, a businesswoman. I work mostly in the textile business, but recently I've been considering branching out into some other That's what I wanted to ask Lady Ningguang for some advice about. I didn't...
Rumors?
You know, the rumors about the two of you, Lady Ningguang and the Traveler. You haven't heard? Come on, you must know that Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. That obviously includes her relationships. And if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch right after finding out that you were back in Liyue Harbor?
Interesting. Yes, we do have a special relationship, but I don't see anything unusual about it. The Traveler is a national hero in Liyue whose actions have directly contributed toward the prosperity, even putting aside my official status as one of the Liyue Chising. I admire him on a personal level, too.
Oh, yes. Well, there is nothing unusual about it at all. I was just observing that Lady Ningguang now seems to have a second interesting character in her innermost circle.
You're comparing apples and sunsettias there. Whenever Beidou returns to Liyue Harbor, all she brings me is a headache. I've missed out on a number of extremely promising investment opportunities thanks to her. In fact, the timing is always so suspiciously coincidental.
Luis Kun,
I
gracias
can't
por
help but
tu
wonder if
like.
she's doing it on purpose.
Investment opportunities? Oh, do you mean the luminescent spine business? I hear that's been all the rage.
No, something else. All the talk about luminescent spines is just empty hype.
Qué hermosa está la Ningguang con ese vestido. Sí, mano. Tal cual.
Oh, but isn't there some new technology from Fontaine that needs lots of luminescent spines to make it work?
If it were really that profitable, those in the know would have kept it as quiet as possible. You have to wonder, if the news is spreading like wildfire, who's fanning the flames? I had my secretary do some analysis. The current price of luminescent spines far exceeds the profits that could be made on the end product. So I would advise you to be cautious.
I see. Well, I was planning to get your opinion on how to get started in that business.
In my opinion, there are many people around with ulterior motives, making this a very risky business. Long term, it's very difficult to say. But I believe there's too much uncertainty to make it worth your investment. You worked hard to earn every mora you own, and you should be just as careful spending it as you were making it.
You think so too, huh? Okay, got it. If that's what both of you think, I'll take my time and not rush into anything. Maybe it'd be a better choice to invest this money into an industry that I'm genuinely interested in getting. Lady Ningguang, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I didn't know how much we'd get through, but you've answered every question.
Good. I'm glad I could be of some help.
Now I see why you were able to become the most successful business person in Liyue Harbor. You think clearly, you are very knowledgeable, and you keep yourself well informed. It would take me a very long time to come anywhere close to your level.
You've been listening for a while. Are you getting bored? Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you? That means you also have a good head on your shoulders, and the ability to learn rapidly. If you are in need of mora, you should absolutely consider doing business.
I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you. This lunch was everything I was hoping for, and...
See you next time. I'll look forward to hearing good news from you soon. Right then. Lunch is over. I'm a little concerned about the auction. I wonder how my secretarial... Yes, you're right. Whatever happens, they can handle it. In that case, what's next on the schedule? Ah, okay then. Yes, it's been some... Let's go to Mingxing Jewelry first. I need to pick up something before... Hello. I'm here to collect the item I handed in.
Ah, Lady Ningguang. One moment, please.
Oh, very good. Don't rush now. Please, handle it with care. Yes, and no.
Como que sí.
You probably imagine that Mingxing Jewelry deals exclusively in expensive luxury goods. The workers here are very skilled, so I like to come to them when I need something custom made. This time, though, I just had them do a simple repair. The item is quite ordinary. In fact, the cost of the repair was...
Lady Ningguang, your comb has been fixed. Please inspect it and see whether you're satisfied with our work. We did everything we could to restore it to its original condition. You'll still see a few marks on there, though.
That's fine. Thank you for your hard work. Yes, though it is something very precious to one of my informants. It reminds her of her mother. My informants often provide me with extremely important information. Trust is of far greater importance than profit in the relationship between me and my informants. It's understandable to think that way, and in the vast majority of cases, you'd be but things are a little different with these particular informants. And this only makes me all the more excited to meet with them. Thank you for the repair, Xingxi. This is a great...
Oh, don't mention it. It's always a pleasure, Lady Ningguang.
Let's go and meet them.
Auntie Ningguang! Hi, Auntie Ningguang!
Hello, my dears. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yes, indeed. And they are some of my most reliable helpers and friends. I didn't want to involve them in intelligence gathering for me at first, but they, on the other hand, were so enthusiastic. It turned out that they delivered the goods and thoroughly enjoyed themselves while they were at it. So, fill me in.
Great! Mom and Dad have taken me on loads of cool trips recently. But you didn't do your homework, did you? Yeah, but it's not my fault. You still gotta try. Like teacher says, Liyue Harbor is in a new age now, and we've got a really important part to play.
This new age started after that great battle, you know. Well, this is a dramatic change, unique in all of the millennia of Liyue's history. And what about you, Nan? You haven't said anything yet, and you're looking a little
I'm fine. Just don't know what to say.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. A load of really big boats came into the harbor the day before yesterday. Yeah, that's right. All the merchants were there, and it was really noisy. And then the people on the...
Oh, I see. That'll be the fishing boats coming back from the open.
Yeah, I made sure to look at the waterline, just like you said. They looked really full.
My goodness. Well, it sounds like they made quite a big catch. The heavier the boat, the lower the hull sits in the water. So you can tell how heavily loaded a vessel is from the height of the waterline. How deep a fully loaded vessel will sit in the water varies from ship to ship. But it's something you can tell from experience. At least for the kinds of vessels you see regularly.
Since Auntie Ningguang taught me how to do it, I can tell with just one look.
A few days ago, I heard some people saying that a big merchant from Fontaine is coming soon to buy luminescent spines.
They said that when they get here, the price will go up a lot.
Oh, really? Who did you hear this from? Do you remember what they looked like?
No.
All right, never mind. So, how...
I don't remember that either. Sorry.
Are you okay? You're usually the one that talks the most. What's gotten into you today?
It's okay. Don't be upset. Actually, I brought you a little something to cheer you up.
It's my comb. You remembered.
Of course I did. If I make you a promise, I will always keep it.
Thank you, Auntie Ningguang. Thank you so much.
It was just a small favor, really. Nothing to get overexcited about.
But they said you'd be too busy to remember about a boring old comb.
They?
Uh-oh.
It's all right. Don't worry. There just seems to be some kind of misunderstanding here. Why don't you take this opportunity to clear it up? Don't you think that'd be best?
Yeah, Auntie Ningguang's not gonna blame you.
I'm sorry. I told you a lie. That thing about the luminescent spines wasn't something I heard. Two people came and told me to say it to you. I told them I didn't want to lie to Auntie Ningguang, but, they told me, then they bought me a new comb, and I'm sorry. I'll give them the comb back right away. No comb is better than the one you helped get fixed.
I know how much it means to you. It was a gift from your mom before she left Liyue Harbor, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I'll be extra careful with it from now on. When Mom gets back, she'll be so sad if she...
I must say, this is most intriguing. How about this? You tell me where those two people are, and I'll take the comb back to them for you. Sound good?
Okay. They're over at the docks. They said I should go and meet them when I finished the mission.
All right then. Don't worry, it'll all be fine.
Are you gonna go punish the bad guy?
Now, this is a grown-up situation, okay? It's not fun and games anymore. And I'm just going to have a polite discussion with those two grown-ups about what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do.
Se churó.
You think that kid's gonna fluff her lines? Also, let's be honest.
Yes, I know. But we didn't have any other options. Just try not to overthink it, okay? Nanan's one of Ningguang's most trusted informants. Ningguang adores that kid. She's not gonna get all suspicious just because her story doesn't quite add up.
It sounds like you underestimated me. And the children as well.
Lady Ningguang?
You knew how important that comb was to Nan, and you exploited that fact to emotionally manipulate her. You coached a child to lie, made her betray her own innocence and confuse her conscience. Do you not realize how contemptible that is?
Sorry, Lady Ningguang. We never should have crossed you like...
That's not the point. Business is business. And at some point, we're all trying to get the better of one another. So if all you've done is fool me by feeding me false information, I'd make a loss, and that would be the end of it. But you cannot put Mora above all else. You cannot go exploiting children for profit. Do you have any idea just how much damage that will cause?
It was hardly our first choice either. We were only acting out of necessity. We've been business partners for years now. We've gotten by, I guess, but never had any opportunities to expand. When we heard about the movement in the luminescent spine market, we thought to heck with it. Let's go all in on this one. See if we don't get lucky for once. So we stocked up a huge stash of luminescent spines and watched as the price went up and up. We thought this was gonna be it. We were gonna make...
But we waited and waited, and this mystery merchant from Fontaine never came. More and more people started to suspect it was all a huge scam. Suddenly, everyone with luminescent spines was running for the exit, selling as fast as they could, but we had so much inventory that no one was willing to buy it.
Oh yeah! As soon as Lady Ningguang makes a move, everyone follows her lead, and the price takes a steep hike. If we don't sell the goods, we're both bankrupt. We're in debt up to our eyeballs. We just didn't have any other choices.
To be brutally honest, we took out a loan and made a speculative investment is not a sob story. But not everyone has the capability to make rational decisions. Greed, a lust for wealth, and impatience can all cloud your judgment. Do you now realize how dire the consequences of—
100%. We've both we begged people to take our stock off our hands. They laughed at us, called us idiots, thought it was all hilarious.
We messed up. Completely and catastrophically messed up. The savings we worked so hard our whole lives to build up, decimated, just like that.
Well, I can take your luminescent spines off your hands. The portion of what I pay that exceeds the average price of luminescent spines in the past, you will have to pay back to me by some means in our future business dealings.
Huh? But that means our profit is 0.
Then you're free to find another willing buyer. But if you're seriously still insisting on turning a profit under these circumstances, I'm afraid you're beyond
Lady Ningguang is right. Let's swap the goods for cash and use it to pay off our debts and be done with it. This is a lifeline and we should be grateful for it. Forget about making money.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
I have no particular need for luminescent spines, but I'm quite sure I can uncover a market for it with a little research.
Okay, so, shall we get this deal done now, or...?
No need to hurry. Our deal is hardly the urgent matter here. You took advantage of a child, and you are coming. This is an opportunity for you to show remorse.
Oh, okay.
Come on, let's go back and see the children. We're back. Everything's all sorted.
Huh? Oh!
I'm sorry, Nan Nan. I was lying to you when I told you that Lady Ningguang wouldn't fix your comb. I was completely in the wrong, and I promise I'll never do anything like this again. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
What do you think, Auntie Ningguang?
I think it should be your choice, and yours alone.
Well, since it's all sorted out now, and nothing super bad happened, but we can't just let them off. We gotta show them you don't mess with us.
That's true. I'd certainly hate to see anyone else try to con you.
I've made up my mind. I want them to come play with us.
What?
Yeah! Now we have someone to play hide and seek with. Great idea. Let's go play hide and seek.
Wait a second.
Nope. No waiting. Come on!
So full of energy. Yes, of course. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving them alone with those two buffoons.
The key here is consumer psychology.
Let me guess what you're thinking. You're thinking that there's not a huge difference between me turning these children into my informants and the actions of those two businessmen. Am I right? They were completely different when I first met them. They'd run away as soon as they saw me, or they'd be shaking with nerves and unable to speak. But gradually, they stopped seeing me as someone to be afraid of, and started seeing me as someone they can trust. For my part, I did my utmost to fulfill the duties of a responsible adult. I played games with them, but I also taught them observation skills, analytical skills. Now, they're much further ahead in their studies, and far more mature than their peers. This has given them confidence in themselves. I think that this is beneficial to them. Yes, perhaps I am. I never had the chance to receive a good education as a child. That's why I hope to teach these children myself. Hopefully, I can pass on some of what I've learned. Someday they may realize that not everything is a win-win deal, that deception and one-upmanship are facts of life. But there's nothing wrong with that. When that happens, they will be ready to face the world head-on and become exceptional businessmen and women. But until then, I am here to protect them. I will one day die. New Qixing will replace the old. And I hope the name Ningguang will live on. But not as a person, as more of a symbol. If I can pass on everything I have learned, I can create a legacy that will—
Come on, Auntie Ningguang! Hurry up!
We're not gonna wait forever!
Coming! Come on, let's enjoy this while we can.
Check this out! I got you covered!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is— Illusion shattered!
I feel like there's something I forgot to do. I tidied the courtyard, put the tea on. It's probably just my mind playing tricks on me.
Bueno, y me quedo hasta mañana.